Hello, so today we are going to do this problem, which is part of today's contest. It's make array 0 by subtracting equal elements. So basically what the problem says is we get a list of positive numbers, bigger or equal to 0, non-negative integers, right? And one operation, we'll do operations, and one operation consists of choosing a number x that is less than or equal to the smallest one in the list of numbers, and then we subtract x from every positive element in the array, right? And then what we want to return at the end is the minimum number of operations so that all the elements are equal to 0, right? So what would that look like? So let's say we have this. So first we choose x equal to 1, right? And now we have this array. Then we choose x equal to 2. Now we have this array. We subtract basically, except 0, values equal to 0 we don't subtract, but those bigger than 0, so 4 we subtract 2 and we get 2. 2 we subtract 2 we get 0. 4 we subtract 2 we get 2. And then now we choose x again, right, here, and subtract, and now we end up with all of zeros. Once the array contains only 0 elements, we return the number of operations we did, and here we did 3 operations. Here, since it's already just 0, we return 0, right? So that's the problem. Now we could definitely simulate this, right? And just what you can notice here is all we need to do is each time, instead of picking x less than or equal, right, to maximize our chances, we can just each time take the minimum element, right? So first here you can see minimum element is 1, so we take that, we subtract. The next minimum element is 2, we subtract. And then the next minimum element as well is, here 2, and then here the minimum is 2, we subtract, and we end up with all zeros. So we could definitely do that. Just every time take the minimum and subtract from all the elements of the array, and then get the minimum again, subtract. That would be 2 for loops, right? So actually, instead of just doing the simulation, what we can realize here is what can happen is that in this first operation, picking the smallest element, it will make all its equal values equal to 0, right? So all the ones equal to 0. Here, since we have 1, it's only that place that will be equal to 0. And then after that, the next smallest after 1, which is 3, will make all the values equal to it be equal to 0, right? And then again, and so on. So every operation, the next smallest will make all of its elements equal to 0. So this is a pattern here. Basically, what we are looking for is just the number of unique elements in the array, right? Because every element we will need to subtract that element, and at that moment we'll get rid of all the values equal to it. So all we need is to count the number of unique elements. So what this means here is that unique elements are 1, 3, and 5, and positive, right? Because 0, it's already 0. We don't need to remove it. We don't need to subtract it. So we end up with 3, and that's why we return 3 here. Right, so that's so with that observation, actually all we need to do is get the number of unique strictly positive elements, so number of unique elements that are bigger than 0. And so to do that, what we can do here simply is just return basically the length, right, of the set. So yeah, let's do it like, so we need the set, right, of the numbers in the array if the number is bigger than 0, right? And what we want to return is the length of that. So we can just return it like this. So we can just submit this, and that passes this case. Now, we could also do it slightly differently here. Since we want the number of positive elements, right? The list contains only numbers bigger or equal to 0, right? So what we can do is just take the length of the set of numbers, right, minus the number of zeros. And so that we could do it just with the count of 0. Since we know the number is either positive or equal to 0, so let's get the unique elements and then remove 0, right? Remove the number of zeros we have. Actually, we don't need to remove the number of zeros because it's a set, right? So unique elements, if there are multiple zeros, we'll have just 1. So we'll just need to return 1. To just subtract 1. And if we submit this, yeah, actually, we'll need to say minus 0 in nums. And that passes test cases. So basically, we want to subtract 1 essentially if there is a 0, else 0, right? So that's what I wrote with 0 in nums, right? So if there is a 0, we want to subtract it because that's not an operation that we want to remove, that we want to do, right? Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this problem. Please like and subscribe and see you on the next one. Bye.